And I beheld and lo, a man strung with the thousands of heaven. That's what you know as Thanos, okay? You got this Marvel thing, and that's supposed to be blowing up, okay? And that's supposed to be the biggest movie juggernaut out there. But what's it all leading towards? It's all leading towards this big blue guy, okay, coming with the thousands of heaven, okay, and taking over the earth. That's what it's all talking about. But guess what? That story is taken from the Bible. And I ain't gonna be one big blue guy that's gonna lose to a man with a bow and arrow, okay, and a guy in an artificial intelligence suit. That's not what's gonna play out. That's fantasy, man. The reality of the situation is that big blue guy, which is really a big black man, is gonna come and he's gonna take the kingdom, man. Okay, he's gonna establish his throne up on the earth. What you know is an alien invasion, okay, and he's gonna establish his people, okay, the people with the X genes, so you can understand. That's where you get the X-Men. What's the X gene? That's X gene goes back onto the 12 tribes of Israel, man. That's why we're the best at everything that we do. We're the best dancers, the best cooks, okay, because we're genetically enhanced to be better than these nations. You go into the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 6th verse, what does it say? Okay, thou art a holy people unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua, holy meaning separate. Okay, and the Most High has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. So before the Lord chose us, we was nothing. But see, you can say we was nothing, but really, the picking of the 12 tribes of Israel existed before the Israelites were on the earth. That's where you have the sons of gods, man. I mean, that's a different story for another day. But see, when the Lord chose us, guess what? He put his spirit behind us, man. That's why we're the best at everything that we do. Now you go to where we're in a rigged system, and still Jake finds a way to survive out here, man, and still be excel at the things that we can excel at. Okay. You still have it to where what? This is a whole system designed against the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and they're still better than Esau is. Man, we took over basketball, man. Okay, before you had it to where Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans were in a so-called National Basketball Association. You had it to where you had them Edomites out there running around in some tight shorts. Ain't nobody was watching that, man. And we completely took over that game. Okay, so imagine they actually allowed you to be educated. Imagine they actually allowed you to what? To return back onto the foreknowledge that you was the Israel. You wasn't gonna just excel at, you wasn't just gonna be some average dude. You was gonna excel at those different things, man. Okay, but see, that's all gonna come in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Because right now we're in an accursed state. Because if it is, you will go out there and you will excel with the NBA. But guess what? You broke up your knees because the Most High has cursed you right now. Okay. She says, behold, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen underneath him. Because when you see the countenance of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, this great being from outside of this earth, okay, with spiritual power and all of this, man, you're gonna be scared, man. A lot of people's gonna be scared out there. You know, they're gonna be scared. Okay, so it says that and all things trembled that were seen underneath him, and whensoever his voice went out. Okay, whensoever his voice went out, okay, or they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faded when they feeleth the fire. All right, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number, okay, from the four winds of the earth to subdue that man that came out of the sea. Okay, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. And I would not see the region where, or the place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Okay, and this is what we were speaking about within the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. This was the strangeness of the salvation of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, and it goes on to say, I'm not going to read it because I got a particular set I want to stick to. Okay, but what he's going to read on and say is pretty much you're going to have rumors of wars. Okay, and these wars are going to lead into hot wars. Okay, we spoke about this earlier. Now, in having these hot wars, okay, the Lord was going to intervene because this was in that time of World War III. That was going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, right? So during the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord said he was going to save him out of it. So they're fighting up against each other, creating all kind of havoc upon the earth. You got all kind of famine, pestilences throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, the Lord's going to intervene, and in so intervene and deliver his people. Okay, and when he's delivering his people, he's going to deliver them by what? He's going to deliver them by that chariot, man. That's the strangeness of his salvation. But they was going to stop fighting up against each other, and they was going to join their forces and fight up against the Lord. This is why you get the scripture here within the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter, and this is Revelations 12:7. It says, and it was war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. People actually read that, and they think, oh, it was a spiritual demon Satan, and Michael was fighting against the spiritual demon Satan. That's not what the scripture was saying. Okay, like we have seen within the book of 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, these nations was going to come up against each other. They are the dragon, okay? Okay, when you go into the book of Revelations, the 17th chapter, and you see what this beast system was, which is the dragon, okay, you find out this was a nation of people that was going to rule in the last days, okay? And they was going to rule likened unto a dragon, just devouring people. That's why these nations were likened unto beasts, because beasts devour. A bear, you come up close to a bear is going to, you know, it's going to take your face off, man. Okay, you go up onto a goat, you know, all of these different beasts of the Lord used to describe the empires that was going to exist. They was going to do what? They was going to stamp the residue. They was going to devour nations. And now you have it to where we're in the time of the dragon, and the dragon's just devouring. Hence the scripture within the book of what is this scripture now? Within the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, okay, where the scripture says that he cannot be satisfied, neither keepeth at home, because he's just that dragon is persistently devouring, eating flesh, okay. But this is the people that was gonna fight up against the Lord, man. All right. It says Revelations 12:7 says, and they was war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought with his angels and prevailed not. Neither was his place anymore found in heaven. So he wasn't going to be in that princely status that he is right now. Okay? Where they could just issue out currency. That's how rich they are. They could just create money. Okay? Create an artificial lifestyle. This is who rules the world right now. Okay? This is the nation of people that rules in the world right now, and they wasn't gonna be in a position of rulership anymore after the Lord had returned. After that war, after the Lord war takes place within the skies of the chariots of the Lord fighting up against the chariots of Esau, okay, which you know is your F-22 Raptors, okay, your helicopters. When they're lust against fighting against the Lord, okay, that's when you're gonna have it to where peace was gonna be on earth, okay. So back within the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, and the 2nd verse, it says, and they shall see it, and they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond what they have looked for. Okay, and they repenting and groaning shall for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we sometimes had a derision, a proverb, and a reproach. And that's how they're going to look at the Negroes, Hispanic slave Americans when they receive that mercy from Yahweh Shem outside. It's like, hold on a minute, we had this guy in slavery, okay, and especially their children, like they at least know where the 12 tribes of Israel, but peons don't know who the people, they don't know who we are, man. They just think that's a Hispanic there. Oh, that's a black guy over there. Oh, stay away from them. Okay? Oh, don't go around them niggas. They're going to steal your money. That's how they look upon us. That's how the vast majority of these so-called white people look upon the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, now the elites, okay, which are in a minority, okay, they know who we are, man. And really they're in fear because now they know the word is out there and they know the quickening of the people of the Lord is taking place. Okay? They know that the pushing of the word is out there. Okay, and so therefore the fall of their kingdom, okay, the fall of their kingdom is round the corner. They know that. Okay, so now let's go into the book of Ezekiel 36 and in Ezekiel 37. Okay, touch on a few points. I'm gonna read most of Ezekiel 37 and then 36. No, I'm gonna read Ezekiel 37 and then 36 and then Thessalonians. Okay. And I'm going to read mostly Ezekiel 36. So the book of Ezekiel, this is Ezekiel 37th chapter verse. Then we go into the Ezekiel 36 verse. Okay, so this is still dealing with the same, the same idea we started first. Okay, the prophets go out there to teach. Okay, and teaching the nation is raised up. Okay, all right, and he's going to be raised up because what? Because the power of the Lord was going to be behind them. But we wasn't going to be raised up and set up an army in schools and try to coexist with the man of sin. No, we was going to be raised up, pray unto the Lord for deliverance, and in so praying unto the Lord for deliverance, he was going to deliver us. Okay. When you're hearing of rumors of wars, okay. When you're hearing these, when you're on, sitting back at home chilling, okay, you're watching the news or whatever, or you get a notification on your phone, and you're hearing a war popping up over here and another war popping up over there, that is your prayers being answered, okay? And that's for the men that's in this knowledge. Because in so having rumors of wars, that was going to mean the deliverance of our people was going to be more imminent. It was going to be more closer, okay? So when you see those things popping up, that's the prayers of the Lord. That's the prayers to the Lord that you're praying being answered, man, okay? So Ezekiel 37:1, it says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out into in the spirit, okay, and set me in the midst of a valley full of bones. So a valley, okay, is a low land. Okay, so this is talking metaphorically, okay, about a low land, or a land of low morals. Okay, this is where the man of sin was going to dwell. Okay, the beast man. Okay, the colonizer, so you can understand. Okay, and it ain't the Arabs are colonizing the world. Okay, who's colonizing the world, going out there setting up central banks and all of this, that, and the third? It ain't the Arabs. It's a particular group of people. Wherever they go, they bring forth their diseases. They bring forth what? Their terror. Okay, whether it be economic terror, whether it be military terror. Because if you don't bow down to their economic terror, okay, or their economic tyranny, okay, what happens? They come up and bomb your whole city, man. That's what's happening out there within Syria and places alike, because they wouldn't come down to the economic terror that they was imposing. So they said, you know what, we're just gonna bomb the hell out of it, man. Okay, the same thing goes, you know, for who was this guy, Gaddafi? Okay, he didn't want to come into the rule of the economic tyranny of the colonizer. Okay, he didn't want to submit to the economic tyranny of the colonizer. And what did they do with it? They reduced his whole empire to what? To rubble, and called him he said he was committing what you know as acts against humanity to his own people. Now, why the hell would you do that and then decide everybody gets a certain amount of money? Okay, when they bring forth children. Okay, what kind of sociopath would gas his own people and then say, look, I'm actually gonna give people money, okay, when they have children? That don't make sense. It don't sound like the same person, because it's not the same person. Because one story is made up, okay, as a cover story to go up in there, okay, because this dude didn't come down to the economic tyranny of their of this low land that you know as America. Okay, because this America is the one that decides what happens out here within the world, man. That's the military angle of Esau's beast system. Okay, the British decide what happens with the money. The Vatican decides who you pray to. Okay, these are the three unclean spirits that came forth out of this place. Okay, but the scripture saying here that how he seen the bones, okay, that was out here, which was what? Which was those people, okay, of the Lord that had gone away from the way of understanding, okay, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans that was away from their power, which was Yahweh Bashim Shai, and they was out here serving other gods, man. Okay, so it says there, and the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, okay, right, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass round about, and behold, there were many, okay, in the open valley, and lo, they was very dry, because they had come away from the way of understanding, okay, and they were, you know, there's a whole nation of people just dead, spiritually dead. You don't know who they are, just know they, you know, they just know how to just survival instinct, living like beasts, okay. It says here, third verse, it says, he said unto me, son of man, can these bones live? Okay, so he's seen the walking dead, and he's like, look, are these people going to return back unto me? Because they were so far gone. He was like, look, can these bones live? Is you know, are we going to the point of no return? Okay, so can these bones live? And it says, and I answered, thou knowest. And he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, okay, and say unto them, all ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Because when you see the state of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, bro, go into their communities, okay, it's all drugged up. Okay, go all kind of gang banging. Okay, they listen to all kind of wicked music, eating all kind of wicked food. Really, you're like, man, these people is through. Okay, they're finished. Okay, so the Most High put the edict out there. Look, go teach them. Okay, go see what happens, man. Now, obviously, you know, you don't take that statement and go out there and you're out there in the midst of the worst neighborhood ever. Okay, you know, so-called pushing the word. You got to use wisdom. The scripture says you're supposed to go through the midst of the city. Okay. But as we go out here through the midst of the city and through the power of the internet, even the worst, you know, the worst kind of people come into this thing, and they changed their ways back onto what? Unto observing, okay, and fearing Yahweh Shemi outside. Okay? That's why the scripture was like, look, can these bones live? And he said, look, thou knowest, because the Lord knows where he's put the elect. Now, you might have it to where the elect is out there looking like he's Chinese. You might have it to where he's out there with his pants down to his knees, okay, thinking he's some kind of drug dealer or something like that. And the Most High completely changed his whole outlook on life. Okay, because that person, when that word hit their mind, okay, they went back into that mode of being who? Being one of the elect and doing the bidding of Yahweh Shemi outside. See, you're going to have it to where all kind of Jacob's going to come into this truth from all kind of walks of life. Okay, because the elect was going to be spread throughout the four corners of the earth. But we know for the most part, it was going to be just regular dudes, meek, because the scripture says that what? The meek was going to inherit the earth.
Yes,
okay,
brother.
what's up, man?
I am the meek, brother.
Okay, all right.
I am the meek.
All right, man. Okay, so it says it says, and he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, all ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Okay, and thus the Lord, thus the Yahweh Shemi outside, thus saith the Yahweh Shemi outside unto these bones, okay, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, which is the words of the scriptures, as we had seen within the book of John 6:63. Okay, and those words was going to quicken, it was going to make them alive. Okay, and cause breath to enter into them, and they shall live. And that's what's been happening, man, since around about the 1970s. Okay, since Esau started falling when he set his nest amongst the stars, I wish that's going to be a good scripture actually to get. And then I'll go to Ezekiel 36. Okay, since Esau set his nest amidst the stars, what happened? You had seen the truth go out there like in droves. Okay, and you seen Esau's empire just deplete. Okay, they don't know what's happening. Okay, earthquakes all over the place. They're just going down, man. Okay, that's what's been happening since this word's been going out there. Okay, so let's read that within the book of Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1 and 3. Okay, so it says here, that pride of thine heart has deceived thee, because the pride tells you, look, we're gonna set our kingdom up and we're gonna live forever. The scripture says that his continuing thought is that his houses shall continue. That's within I forget what scripture it is in, but that's within the Bible. It tells you that their continuing thought is that their house is going to be established forever. But here it is, the Most High set it up to where you are the wicked, and we know that wickedness was going to have an end point, and then righteousness was going to be established forever. That's within the Bible. So how can the wicked just continue forever? It ain't going to happen. That's why the scripture speaks about how pride has deceived him, because he thinks, okay, he's going to come out with some scientific way to keep ruling forever and ever. It ain't going to happen. He thinks he can scientifically have it to where he's going to get the birthright. That ain't going to happen, man. Okay? So it says here, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's what they say within their minds. Who's going to bring us down to the ground? Okay? That's what the motto of America is. Okay? They go out there, bomb the hell out of Syria, and they know that they're going to get away with that. Okay? For the most part. They go out there within Iraq, they bomb the hell out of Iraq, and they know they're going to get away with that. Okay? Because they say within their heart, who's going to bring us down to the ground? They out there with it. They see you got a lot of white people. They say, hold on a minute. You're speaking all of this Israelite stuff. You talking to us about our judgment. Why don't you go back onto your own homeland? Okay. Now, first and foremost, our homeland is Israel. Okay, where you go to where the God rights are up in there. But even if it was Africa, who's running Africa right now, man? It ain't the Africans that are running Africa right now. You're going into the diamond industry, the gold industry, oil industry. That's all run by international companies that went up there, set up shop, and they've completely destroyed the people that are out there. Okay, and I'm really speaking about with reference to the people, our people. Okay, I miss those Hamites. Okay, like places like Ghana. Okay, Nigeria. Okay, places that like along the west coast. Okay, you can clearly those are Israelites, man. And you had it to where those international companies went up in there, okay, and depleted all the resources, just like how they did in Venezuela, depleted all the resources, made the people live in a third world condition, even though they had diamonds at their doorsteps, man. Okay, even though they had gold at their doorsteps, guess what? So-called white people, so-called white businessmen went up in there and destroyed the whole nation out there. So even if we was African, we was running away from the colonizer out there within Africa, because the colonizer had come and destroyed the whole ecosystem. Okay, the whole balance of life. He stole all the natural resources off there. Okay, because he knew that what He knew that within his mind, no one was going to take him down. Okay? No one was going to bring them down to the ground. But see, that's why you need the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to return. Okay? That's why we need the Lord to return. Because the Most High set it up from the foundation of the earth. Okay? That anyone who's going to kill Cain, death was going to come upon it. But see, he didn't set that out for himself. So who's going to take the Lord? Who's going to take this man out? The Most High is going to take this man out. Okay? Okay? Because the Lord blessed him with a sword. How you gonna come up? How you gonna come up again? You gonna come up with a sword, and the guy is blessed with a sword? You ain't gonna win that battle, man. And when you're talking about the military might of America, of Britain, okay, and the whole beast system, you find out that it's the strongest military system that's ever existed upon the face of the earth. That's why they do what they do, and that's how they think. Because nobody can be. You ain't gonna have it to where the Arabs gonna come up, they're gonna take down, you know, Kim Jong-un's gonna come up and take down America. America has 10 aircraft carriers, man. Come on, get real. It ain't gonna happen like that. Okay? That's not how politics works. Okay? The reality of the situation is this is the you alright there, mate?
Alright, mate, you're doing well. Are you on the telly?
Yeah, I'm on the telly, mate. This is the beast system. This is part of your empire. You rule this empire. You're part of this system here. Okay, enjoy it because it ain't gonna last forever.
Well, it won't last in bloody Syria, will it?
Sorry?
It won't last in Syria.
In Syria?
Terrible.
Oh, well, in Syria, well, I thought it was the British and the Americans that went into Syria.
Correct.
Okay, to try to control the area because it was gonna be it's gonna be beneficial for you.
Little kids to pieces.
That's not what's happening. That's not how the story goes.
Oh, wow.
I thought your people wanted to take a side out of rulership so you can have greater influence out there within the Far East. I thought that's how the story went.
Right.
It's also it's not just Assad that's bombing little kids. The British are bombing little kids out there too.
Of course, yeah. Right.
And you've been bombing little kids for a long time. You bombed a lot of kids out there. You bombed like 1 million people within Iraq.
Yep.
Oh. And you said there was weapons of mass destruction out there that Saddam Hussein. You bombed a lot of people out there.
Anyway, best luck,
So the Lord's gonna come back and he's gonna put balance to that. Okay? So it says that okay, it says that within the book of Obadiah, I beg your pardon? I didn't think